Describe Sergeant Sarchi to me. Who is he?
He's incredibly intense guy who is a detective in the 4-6 precinct of the Bronx, who's encountering some things that he's not used to encountering, and it's affecting his ability to operate as a police officer.
What is it about him that drew you to the role? I imagine you spent time with him.
Yeah, I did. Although our version of him is somewhat embellished, and our aim is basically to scare. So Scott created a really interesting arc for the character, which I really liked, and I love the notion of being skeptical in the beginning and then being forced to kind of think outside your traditional belief system and take on new information.
People who are believers, why would you say they should go to see this film? What is it about it?
Well, there's a path for Ralph's character which was very interesting to me. The screen version of the character, which is that he has a past which he's going to end up paying for, and I like that notion that you don't. People who think they're going to get away with something just because they actually got away with it will eventually pay for it in some way. There'll be a point in their life at which they'll have to face it and deal with it in order to progress, and that's a very prevalent notion in this film, and it's a really important part of the character, and I really was attracted to the character for that reason.
Some people are skeptics. Curious to know, in preparing for this film, spending time with Sarchi, and doing it, did it do anything to change your beliefs in the paranormal or
Oh,
evil?
for sure. I mean, I learnt a lot about possession, and that came through both Ralph and through Scott Derrickson. So, there's plenty of places in the world in which that's not a taboo subject or an unusual subject to discuss. Mm-hmm. It's just something that a lot of Westerners, we would rather either treat as something funny or something that can be easily dismissed, but to actually talk about it seriously is a far more confronting and interesting subject. And Scott's knowledge of the subject matter is really dense.
So Scott, a big part of why you wanted to do this?
Yeah, most definitely. I love his previous films. They're very scary, but they're great character pieces as well. And I think that's when horror movies are at their best. So that was a great combination.
What kind of questions do you think this film raises about life?
Well, like I said earlier, I like the idea that we eventually have to face the things that we've done, that you don't really get away with anything that you think you've gotten away with. So that was a good part of the story for me.
This may be a silly question, but watching the film, naturally those of us in the audience are jarred and scared. Curious, was there any fear or fright in doing it?
The final sequence, the final scene, the exorcism in the film was extreme to film and to be a part of. So I was somewhat, I guess, nervous about approaching that sequence and that week of filming, and it was hell on earth to be honest for all involved. But we were hoping to create a really wild and scary sequence. So hopefully we did that.
You did. Great job. Great job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.